It was a somewhat peculiar afternoon at Celtic Park on Saturday. Although the Hoops notched another win over Dundee to remain top of the league, they had to thank an unusual source for securing the 3 points. A game that should have been done and dusted almost got away from them, and the hero turned out to be second-choice goalkeeper, Dorus de Vries. The starting 11 itself was a bit haywire. A combination of injuries and an eye towards resting players for the trip to Bayern Munich in midweek meant Brendan Rodgers drafted in a number of players from the cold. De Vries was part of a lineup that included other fringe players like Christian Gamboa and Abue Kouassi, with Nia Bitton at centre-back. Even Liam Henderson and Christopher Ajer were given game time from the bench. 3 of the unused substitutes were under-20s. Read more Celtic fan view: who should partner Scott Brown in midfield against Bayern Munich? Read more: I want finish my career here. Mourinho looking beyond Manchester United. It's good to see Rodgers show faith in players who have struggled to make a meaningful impression at Parkhead, but, as he later pointed out, it made the performance a bit disjointed. He also said of the display, "He'll demand and expect better, but you can't question the mentality of the team and the spirit to get the result." Most of the supporters' eyes would have been fixed on 19-year-old midfielder Kouassi Abue, who took up the Scott Brown role in the absence of the skipper. The Ivorian signed in January for around £3 million from Russian football, but has only featured 6 times in the last 10 months. He didn't make the biggest impact against, however. Read more: Antonio Conte crosses his fingers Alvaro Morata will be fit for Roma clash after shock defeat to Crystal Palace. Edmore Richarlison has to be punished for dive against Arsenal. It had a decisive impact on the result of the game. The ex-Krasnodar was rusty in his first appearance since sustaining an ankle injury that kept him out for a couple of months. He often lacked accuracy and quality with his distribution, and it was surprising to see him last beyond the hour mark. The youngster has an obvious physical presence which he can use to his advantage, but his decision-making on the ball must improve. Read more: Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino reveals ambitions to manage England. Read more: here's your chance to intern with La Liga. Apache's only 19, so he could still have a future at Celtic, but it's hard to see him getting more opportunities in an area of the pitch where the boys are stacked. The best thing for him might be to move out on loan in January to gain some much-needed consistency. Kouassi showed glimpses of what he's capable of in some pre-season games, but he'll only move up a level if he plays regularly. If there was another positive from the changes Rodgers made, it was seeing Kieran Tierney captaining the side once again. He did so splendidly against Kilmarnock in the League Cup and followed it up with another win. A 100% record for the boy who is 100% Celtic. Read more: Zidane important for Ronaldo to break La Liga duck. Read more: Borja Bastin La Liga has more quality than the Premier League. The man of the moment, though, was undoubtedly De Vries. After the forwards passed up chance after chance, it was down to him to make sure the points were remaining in Glasgow's East End. While outfield players can get away with rustiness, no such luxuries are afforded to keepers. This was the Dutchman's first start in more than a year. He's had to watch Craig Gordon go from strength to strength, but the veteran was stellar when called upon, pulling off 3 excellent saves in the latter stages. The manager made sure the home crowd gave the 36-year-old an ovation at full time, which was fully deserved.